is said to be an exciting, in-depth exploration of the pursuit of perfect tone in the music world. Musicians often go to great lengths to find their ideal sound, and the journey involves countless trials, adjustments, and sometimes even frustrations. The show's focus on various musical artists, guitar builders, and the people who design the equipment they use offers a unique opportunity to dive into the technical and artistic sides of tone creation. Tone Wars will cover specific genres or techniques, and will it delve into a broader spectrum of musical styles.
So hey Joe, tell me about this bad boy over here. It looks like it's relict.
The Strat, the white one?
Yeah. What's a year on that one?
That is a
See, the tag is turned around.
That is a 19...
I'm afraid.
That's a 1965 hardtail Strat.
All right.
Everything is totally original except for the finish. It was redone by someone that I know, Eric from Revelator Guitars. This was originally sprayed red with a can of Krylon, had initials on it. He stripped it, returned it back to the original Sunburst that was under the white, and put it back together. The thing sounds
and what
amazing.
Does something like that go for these days?
Somewhere between $25,000, $30,000.
Whoa, big ticket item, I'll tell you.
Try and find another one.
And let me, let me see the one to the right of it, that acoustic. Tell me a little bit about that.
This is a limited edition Gibson. This is number 54 out of 100? 100 made.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful fingerboard.
Wow. Oh boy. And what does something like that go for these days?
Five grand or so in that area.
So what's the story behind this one? I heard from a birdie that they made this out of a whiskey barrel.
Well, maybe. This is an old Gibson archtop. It's hard to date exactly. The serial number is very faded inside on the label. 20s, 30s. It's this Gibson archtop with the round sound hole, which is very, very cool. Really big V-neck. The body in the back, the side of the body in the back are coming apart. That's got to be redone. Tuners, not tailpiece isn't original. The bridge is, but this will be very, very sweet when it's all back together. It's just nice to take pieces of history like this and put it back into the world. And speaking of history, this I made from old Douglas fir framing lumber. That's 160, 170 years old or so. It came from a house in town here that was flooded, and the lumber was salvaged and remilled, and I cut the shape into it and put a lovely Parsons green B bender in it, and it just
Love them B-benders.
absolutely cool.
So we're here at Sean Kane's SPK Customs shop and showroom, here to pick up the Triple Threat and the Telemonster that he has built for me. So we're downstairs at the shop, and I'm picking up the Telemonster, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. I met Linda, the love of my life, in 2012, and I didn't see her for 10 years. And we got together, and I saw this piece of wood that she had found in Washington. It was kind of a love affair between me, her, and that wood. And I looked for a guy to build this guitar out of that slab of wood, and I couldn't find anybody. And then one day, he appeared. Mr. Sean Kane from SPK Customs. You want to talk a little bit about this bad boy?
So the piece that you guys brought to me was actually cedar burl, and it was a beautiful piece. And the story behind, you guys wanting something that meant, well, a piece of wood that meant so much to you guys. Of course, I'm going to try to do the best I can to make this piece into a work of art, but a memory too. So the piece itself, we also have rosewood, rose and maple neck, making some turquoise inside for an accent look, and then we also have the rootstock, mother of pearl inlay as well. But I mean, we talked about the tone so much, and Root wanted a 90 in the middle. He wanted a 5-way selector. I'm like, this is not an ordinary Telecaster at all.
That's why we call it the Telemonster.
We do, and especially having the Bill Lawrence in the middle, having different kinds of active tone to it. This was a very unique piece.
Yeah, we can change the selector.
I like this guitar. I heard that famous guitar maker made one back in the day. What was his name? Tell him. We're here at Jack's Guitars with Sean Kane, and we brought his newest creation. Jack's gonna do a tone workup on it. All right, what do we got here, Sean?
Oh yeah, just a guitar just for you.
So we're here, we're going to do some tonal upgrades, which is Jack's specialty. Comes to his amplifiers, parts, pickups. This man is the king when it comes to tone. Coming up next, Sean and Jack are going to take this bad boy apart and let us know what it's going to take to get it to the place where it needs to go.
So Jack, I'll tell you what, you did such a good job on the upgrades and even the wiring in here. And I'll tell you what, yeah, you got some great components that you upgraded to this.
Yeah, they're the best CTS pots you can get. They're 550, 20 tolerance. I use 22 gauge grounding wire like Gibson Historic does, and vintage cloth wire.
You even used the bumblebees too.
And I used the big upgrade is the bumblebees, and they're used in the 50s and 60s Les Pauls.
So I'll tell you what, what I already have in here are some original Gibsons, but they're newer ones. You're going to possibly put some old vintage Gibsons in there back in the 60s?
63.
Wow, look at these.
PAF,
puppies.
that's
These
the
are-
real.
Wow, man. It's hard to even come by for some of these pieces.
They're getting harder and harder.
Yeah. Now, have you thought about, do you want to do still with the vintage 60s, or do you want to do something back in the 70s?
There's 57 PAFs. There's
Okay.
custom burst busters I have. 498s. I have 490s, like the classic. Anything you want, I have. I've been collecting them for many years.
That's awesome.
Rootstock here with Tone Wars. We got a little jam session coming up with Jack Madden and Sean from SPK Guitar.